Hi, it's Jen with 51 Bridges Nutrition, and we are going to plan our full day in advance in Cronometer. Doing this makes you more likely to be successful and avoid missing your numbers at the end of the day. We'll get started by opening Cronometer, and it's going to bring us up to the present day. A couple of things to keep in mind when you're planning your day. Be in your kitchen so that the food that you have on hand, you can verify that you have it and that you have all of your scans close by, and it makes it easy to enter. Also have your calendar for the next day. Know what is going on, because if you have areas that you're not in control of, this gives you an opportunity to plan for them now. And it gives you the ability, so whether it's a business meeting or a family meal, something like that, it allows you to plan the things that you know about first. You can look up restaurant nutrition if needed, all of that. I also am a big advocate for planning the things you want and planning ahead for your trouble spots, and I'll show you how I do that coming up. So it's a Wednesday, and I am planning for tomorrow, which is Thursday. I'm looking at my calendar and I know that I have a business meeting at Panera. And so it's a lunch meeting, and I've already looked up the menu. And so I am going to search for Panera's strawberry salad. The macros were pretty good on that. And there we go with the poppy seed and chicken. So I look and verify that it looks correct and close to what I found on the website, and I'm going to add that to my diary. So I've started with lunch and I have that taken care of. I've planned ahead. I know what I'm going to order. The next area that I tend to go through to in planning my day are my trouble spots. For me, this is when I'm ending my work day, getting ready to go work out, and then into the evening. So the first thing I actually program are my snacks. And so usually when I work out, I will have some sort of a protein bar, and we'll say that I'm going to have let's have a Built Bar tomorrow. I also like a piece of fruit, usually an apple or a banana. I'm going to choose an apple. And 130 is right. That's about the weight. Now, if I have the actual apple that I'm going to eat, usually when I buy apples in a bag, they're all about the same size. And the one I ate earlier today was about 130 grams. So I have a pretty good idea of what size the apple is. When I actually eat it, I will actually weigh it just to compare it, just to be sure. But this should be close enough. They're all relatively the same size. And then I am also going to program in, I always have a 9 p.m. ice cream bar. And I have the fudge brownie, so I'm going to choose this and add that for my late night snacks. So immediately I have in the areas that I get hungry, my snacks ready to go. And I've planned them in advance, so I make sure that I make room for them. So this leaves room for I've got to plan my breakfast, my dinner, and anything else that I need to think about during my day. So it's a work day, and I will be doing something quick. So I'm going to go for a yogurt parfait, which I usually start with plain Greek yogurt. And I'm going to look here to verify that the amount that I am going to eat, and I usually only eat 150 grams. So I'm going to change that to a custom entry so you can see the serving size is just in grams. So I can write 150 grams in there. And I have blueberries. So I'm going to add those. And 50 grams is probably about right. At least I'll start there. And then I'll add a little sweetener to it, but it's no calorie, so I won't enter that. I will add just to make it fun, a little Ready Whip. And it feels like a parfait. So I have just the original, and we'll stick to just a little bit there. The recommended serving size, and start there. I think that's really all I will want. I'm usually not too hungry in the morning, so this is a great time for me to have a lighter breakfast, and this gets me both my protein and my carbs with the blueberries. For dinner, it's going to be a nice night. So I'm thinking we have chicken on the grill, something easy but good. I often I'll look for the USDA entry on here. We'll do chicken breast. And you don't have to use the USDA entry, but I often will do that. I do know that tends to be pretty accurate. And we'll say, so this will be, you'll notice at the very top here, it's chicken breast, boneless, skinless, raw. So I'm going to be sure to weigh this before I prepare it, since the entry is for raw. So I will be looking for 2 3-ounce servings of chicken breast for dinner. And I will add that to my diary. And I'll pause here just to kind of look at how all my numbers are coming along. So there at the top, you'll see I'm 500 or 600 calories away from my target. So we'll keep going. So I've got my protein, so I'll think about my carbs. I've got gold potatoes from Trader Joe's. So we'll see. And those potatoes have been about accurate, what's showing up there, about 148 grams. So I'm going to enter that in, but know that I'll weigh the actual once I prepare it. Or if I know the actual potato I'm going to eat, I could weigh it now and enter that in. So we have that in there. And this is about the time where I really start thinking about what I'm going to eat based on what I have left. So you'll see I have some protein, I'm getting close on my carbs, and I do have some room for fat. So I'm going to marinate the chicken breast in a teriyaki sauce that I have. And enter that in. And then because I have some fat, I'm going to have a little, one of these Holy Guacamole organic minis. I have those on hand, and those are a great source of healthy fat when you need it. And I'm going to add that. I'm going to look back up at the top of my numbers and see how I'm doing. So I'm getting close on my carbs, but I have a little bit more room with protein and fat, which to me always says cheese. So that means I could add, I have some Sargento Swiss that I'm going to add to the top of that chicken breast. That will help there. So I'm pretty good on carbs for the day. I do need a little bit more protein. Now, something I'll do sometimes, so since I'm having yogurt for breakfast, I will add a little whey protein to my yogurt. Let's see, I have the grass-fed. And I'm going to start with 15 grams here and see what that does. Oh, looky there. That takes me right to my target. That has me within plus or minus 5 of my protein, and right on target with my carbs. I'm at 99%, which means I have a little bit more room for fat. I am going to... let me think here. I'm going to add, so you're going to laugh at me. I'm going to add some Ready Whip here and see what that does. Okay, so I'm getting close. I'm within 6 grams and need to try and be within 5. So that's another easy one. With my potatoes for dinner, I'm going to add a little, I have some light butter. And I have this Land O'Lakes light butter in the tub, and a tablespoon is going to give me that extra 5 grams of fat that I need. So there, when I look at my day, I am now within plus or minus all of my numbers that I need here. And if I look, I've got a nice breakfast parfait for breakfast, obviously. I've got my Panera business lunch. I've got a great dinner of chicken breast and potatoes with a lot of fun things on top. Who would know I could have some cheese and guacamole along with my snacks, both after work and late at night after dinner. So I hope that is helpful to you in planning your day. It's a little bit of starting with the knowns and then coming back and filling in all of the blanks, negotiating the day or adding things until you get to those targets. Good luck, everyone.